Hey gamers, it's Wintermute here from Grind This Game, back with Oxygen Not Included, the jobs update, or the occupational update. And I've done quite a few things off camera, but nothing major, just more exploring, kind of exploring off to the right here. I think the side of the map is right around here. And exploring down towards the oil biome. Kind of hit the oil, but the only slickster I can see is down here, so we might have to wait till we get exosuits before we drill down all the way, because it's too hot for them to go in here without getting burnt. Got some wheezeworts here. I should probably use those. We do have some hot spots developing in the base here. We've got one here. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Growth halted. Oh, we're having brownouts. Power issues. Not enough people running on the wheels. I added an extra wheel here. And algae distiller, because we had kind of slime building up. And I moved my polluted water area to here instead of right here. Which means I should probably move this slime container down here. Maybe I'll make a little tile for it right here. Put our slime storage in here. I'll have to move this up as this kind of fills up. Now we are running out of algae. We only have like 7 tons of algae. And I've gotten kind of the easy bits of it, so I'll have to get our regular oxygen generation going pretty soon. But to do that, I probably want power set up. So I've got some ideas here. I got a natural gas geyser right here. I'll probably actually start tying into that. Gonna need a pump. Put that right there. And send the natural gas out. I'll probably use granite piping. I think it's okay if this area warms up slightly. I kind of don't want to go through there because it's going to release the natural gas. So we're going to put our natural gas power generation up here in this cold biome because we can take advantage of this nullifier. And I'm thinking of letting the polluted water drain down here. Use this as our polluted water storage area. And I think it'll be secure enough. Don't think it'll break through. And I'll probably use that polluted water either for fertilizer makers, or I'll filter it and use it in electrolyzers. I'm going to disable this deoxidizer because everything is overpressure in here anyway. Should probably add some batteries to this coal to make it more efficient. So yeah, I might filter this water into clean water and then electrolyze it. We'll see. Oh, they can't get in there. Now, is the natural gas going to get out of there? It shouldn't. And this triple airlock should prevent this natural gas from getting out. Why are they making a mess? Come on, guys. I think that's... Are the bathrooms in... No, they're available. Why are they all making a mess? Weird. Is there some sand in the way? Yep, that's the problem. They're all trapped. So I'm probably going to put my natural gas generation here, along this area here, in kind of a column. Something like this. And that way it can drain all the way down here. And we can just extend it up this way and keep it cool with this thing. And then maybe oxygen generation I'll do kind of on the other side here. We've got pretty high pressure in here, so we're going to have to get rid of the CO2 somehow. Might put an air scrubber in as well until we can send that CO2 down to the slicksters. So we'll probably put 2 of them in for now. Like that. So we can keep extending up. We could put a lot of natural gas power in, but I want to play with the steam turbine, the new power that's coming, and we're researching it right now actually. Renewable energy steam turbine, and it produces 8 kilowatts, so I'm really excited to work with that. And we only have a couple more things left to research, and then we can disassemble our research machines, supercomputer, and I'm not sure what we're going to do with our researcher. Probably assign her to something else. What's the pressure like in here? 1200. It's really low in here. We could pump some CO2 in there, but that's not going to last forever. So we need a filter for our natural gas because there is some polluted oxygen in here I want to get rid of. So maybe I'll just put a filter right here. Go in here. Everything else go out there. That'll be CO2 and then natural gas in there. Kill that for now. Put a vent in. Now all these germs are kind of spreading through the tile. Once we suck a lot of this natural gas out, maybe I'll seal this up properly. Now, how's algae? 6 tons of algae. We're still kind of on the edge there for algae. I think we'll be okay. And then we need some batteries. Just kind of store the energy from all this. I might put them close to this thing. Build some more tile over this way. Eventually I want to put in a ton of batteries because this is going to be our main power bank. Make those out of gold. And this will all be heavy watt wire because this is our main grid. So I'll generate cold oxygen in here and then I'll pump the cold oxygen to the base. So we need filtered output, natural gas. And that has no power, so we'll hook that up to our coal generator. Now we need a low pressure area to put that CO2. We don't really have one right now. So let's see how we're gonna set up the ventilation here. Let's use granite is okay. So we'll come up this way. I want it to be neat and tidy, so I'll probably go in one side and come out the other. Something like that. We'll branch off, branch off. Okay, we didn't finish hooking up this piping, so natural gas up, CO2 right here for now, but kind of want to send it over here. We'll see how this works. If it gets overpressurized, we'll just move it. Could get this algae while we're here. We are going to need it. So I'll come back once they're finished this. Got some more job mastery here. So Frankie, the miner, we can set him over to seasoned digger. Who else? Architect. Could send him to senior architect. Now engineers, we can't really promote this guy because there's only 2 slots here. Even though it shows 3 slots works here, it doesn't seem to be working here, so we can't assign Nicola to electrical engineer yet. Maybe once we promote one of these 2 guys. Now, how's oxygen? Good, oxygen's good. Oh, these guys are all... Oh, they're all waiting slime. That's okay. This isn't our main food source. This is just a place to dump slime, essentially. Now, there is a bit of immunity going on with Frankie, but I think he'll be okay. So we need an output for our CO2 here. So I'll probably do something like this. I like to put a little curl in this just so it doesn't get clogged. And then CO2 will send down... Oopsie. Send down this way. Where should I do this? I think I'll cross over here and go down. And then maybe we'll put it in here for now. Just need a gas bridge. Might as well do that granite. See how that all works. And that should power up once that's done. Might make another row of batteries. Eventually I'll play around with the smart battery. Not just yet though. That'll take them a while to build, so I'll be right back. So there is one little project I want to do. I want to put a pump in here near the bottom. Pump that water out. I think sandstone's going to be fine because it's not hot. And we'll bring it along here. I don't like making bent pipes like that. And then we'll filter it. Water sieve. We'll rotate it because we want the input right there. And then we can use this clean water to generate oxygen. That way I can clear this out, and I'll clear this out and drain the swamp. And send the fresh water up here. Don't want to bend here, but I'm going to have to do it. We'll fix it later. It's a lot of piping. But we want to generate our oxygen up in this cold area. Probably in this area. And then we can send cold oxygen back to the base. Let's try putting a gas vent right here for now. Okay, everyone's making a mess because toilets were temporarily busy. Might need more than 2 toilets for 14 tubes. Let's mop this up. Priority 9. Now, algae is just about out. So we kind of got to rush a bit on our oxygen production. And we got to mop this up. Nasty. So this vent is built, so this should be working now. No gas output. Okay, something is wrong. I'm gonna reload. So, after a reload, everything just magically started to work. So good to know. If you guys get stuck like that on the preview build, you can just do a reload and everything will start working. So there we go. We're going to have some power here in a second. And CO2 can go either there. Oh, it's getting confused. I should get rid of this vent. And I have to wire up my new batteries here. Battery. Don't you hate when you misclick? Something just goes in the wrong place. There we go. Okay, so that's working fine now. So it was just the vent that was confusing it. So it's going down there, that's going to overpressurize. Now we could put a scrubber here if we had a lot of fresh water, which was my other experiment that I was doing here, which I didn't quite finish. So clean water out. And we could stick an electrolyzer in here. Let's make this symmetrical, even though it's not going to be maximizing the space. Is that going to bug me? I think it will. I'd rather have it uniform and waste a bit of space. So we can put an electrolyzer there. And then some pumps above it. And we'll just let the hydrogen collect at this peak here for now. And eventually we'll put our hydrogen generators up here, suck it all up. Oh, algae is direly low, 2,000 kilograms. Okay, let's get this little nib here. And where else can we get it? We can get slime as well. Oh yeah, I was gonna put a wheezewort in here to cool this down. Oh, look how hot it is here. Hot natural gas. Okay, that's all backed up. That's kind of good. Now we should start using this power. We'll use it on oxygen production. And I should probably get the piping for the oxygen to go back to the base setup. We're going to use abyssalite for that. Oh, and I want to deal with this. Okay. Can we build a tile right there? Yes, we can. So I'll kind of clean things up here. I'm going to push this chlorine over a bit to straighten out this hall. And then lead our cold oxygen pipe into the base so we can stop using all this algae. So I'll be back in a bit once that's all done. Okay, I'm back already. And I'm back because research is done. Yay! All the research. Including renewable energy. So we'll have to play with that pretty soon. That means we can get rid of the supercomputer. It took a while to get through all this research this time. Get rid of that. That'll free up some power as well. And then our duplicates that were on research, what should they do? Nisbet. Nisbet needs a new job. What does research scientist do? +9 to learning. We could just keep her on that for the learning bonus. Actually, she's not gonna... Dupes don't level up attributes anymore, so that actually doesn't help so much. So what should we get her doing? What's she good at? Architect, engineer. Let's do architect. And that didn't work. Maybe from here. There we go. So I'm just doing some emergency digging in here to try to get some more slime and algae before this water level gets too high. And disease, we got some immunity issues. Probably from being in all the slime lung. And we got lots of food poisoning. So what I was doing down here, I'm thinking of building a chlorine storage in here, and we can put all our germy stuff in here and kill all the germs. Actually, how much algae do we have? Only 2,300. Yeah. Immunity is crashing. I don't want them in there anymore, actually. Too dirty. Okay, if we look at germs, the food is just covered in germs. Which is never good. So I'm going to set this max priority and put our food storage in here. And this is all the water we have left. So that's kind of an issue as well. Now we can filter dirty water, but... Oh, and I lowered the priority of the food because we're like swimming in food. Okay, things are getting a bit rough here. Immunity's down to 50 in a few dupes, or one dupe. Algae's just about gone. But I'm moving the food in here to kill all the germs. I should set these like super priority 5. And once the food's in there, it should kill the germs. We could also put some storage that's really dirty in there if we need to. But algae, we're basically out of algae. So there's a big pocket in here I'm going to go get. And I should have built my... I can build a ladder here actually. Go down like this. And then we'll go down... Oh, we'll just strip mine it. We'll go like that. And it's okay if this chlorine and hydrogen gets in here. Something like that. And we can get the algae over here. Do some exploring on the way. There's a lot of chlorine in here. Look at all this. Okay, let's copy those settings. Let's see how the food is doing. Oh, look, all the germs are dead. Or dying. Nice. Should have done this earlier. Before dupes got sick. Okay, that algae should buy us enough time to get our oxygen going. Which is going on up here. They still haven't built this. Come on. Huh. Guess we have to priority 5 all the things. Actually, just to there should do it. And I put in a carbon skimmer here because the CO2 was just getting out of hand. And the pressure was backing up, so that should work nicely. And we're filtering this polluted water here. And that's going off into the carbon skimmer, but it will also go off to the electrolyzer. And then we'll pump the clean, cold oxygen into the base. So we got oxygen production working here, finally. I need to put a filter on it because I'm noticing some hydrogen going through. I thought the hydrogen would escape, but it's getting some of that. So we'll put a filter on that next episode. But we finally have cold oxygen going to the base, which is good. But this episode's getting kind of long, so I'm going to wrap things up here and continue on next time. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.